Films and Fermentation, movies and inebriation. Films and Fermentation, comedy with tasty libations. Films and Fermentation, with Leo, Kevin, and Mike.
The hell was that?
So the picture I have in the background, which is us looking like elves,
Yeah.
was really difficult to come by because for some reason when I put the prompt into ChatGPT with our the promo photo that Kevin had made for us, it came back with us dressed as elves, but Mike was Freddy Krueger, I was Pinhead, and you were Mike Myers. It somehow crossed the Halloween pictures over, and it was like this just disturbing Christmas Halloween mix. I'll send you guys the picture. I'll text it to you later. It was funny. Anyway, we are Films and Fermentation, a movie and alcohol podcast. Tonight, we are looking at Christmas classics and their modern day remakes, and going to discuss which ones we think are better, which ones we like best, whatever it might be. That's right. We are Films and Fermentation, #1 beer podcast on Good Pods. I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
We're three friends who like talk shit about movies while getting shit-faced. This week on Films and Fermentation, we're stuffing your stocking with Christmas classics versus their remakes and seeing who ends up on the naughty list. We're pitting the originals like It's a Wonderful Life, Miracle on 34th Street, and The Grinch against their shiny CGI studio-noted descendants. As the remakes, holiday miracles, or cinematic lumps of coal wrapped in nostalgia beat. Expect eggnog-fueled rants, hot takes, and more bah-humbugs than a Scrooge reboot. So grab a Christmas beer, cozy up by the TV glow, and let the festive film fight begin. Don't forget to drop us an email, filmsandfermentation@gmail.com, or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation to find all of our social media and podcast links. You can watch the podcast on YouTube, on Rumble, and on the Podnation Media Network on Roku. Once again, we are an independent podcast, which means we are listener supported. So please consider joining our Patreon for as little as $1 a month to receive members only content. That's right. For just $1, Leo will consider watching It's a Wonderful Life for the first time.
I'm already donating $1 right now.
Yes.
I said
he'll go, nope.
Yeah, the optimum word is I will consider.
Checks in the mail.
We'll consider watching it for the first time.
Here we go.
You can also pick up merchandise at teespring.com or text us at 904-867-4466. Let's do our drinks now. Kev went first last week, so let's let Mike go first this week.
So I'm continuing with my Hardywood beers since I got the variety pack. And tonight I'm doing the 9.2 alcohol by volume chocolate peppermint stout, imperial milk stout with cocoa, vanilla beans, and natural peppermint flavors.
Wow, that sounds like a Kev beer.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, sounds like one I think
delicious.
you gave me last year. Kev sounds like very similar to that.
Mike's had his in his fridge.
Mike's that's the one you got down in Virginia recently, right?
Yeah, that's the Hardywoods. Yeah.
Nice.
Kev, what do you got going on?
Okay, so last week I brought up the Cape May pick of the patch, I think it was. It was a pumpkin beer that my brother-in-law brought over for Thanksgiving. This is the other beer he brought to me for Thanksgiving. This is a pumpkin lager from Lakefront Brewery. I'm not quite sure where that's from. I'll have to look that up. It is a lager brewed with real pumpkin, cinnamon, allspice, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves, and mace. I don't know what that is.
Mace is the stuff you shoot in somebody's face.
That's what I thought, right? So this is out of Lakefront Brewery in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So you know it's a beer town.
Yeah.
That's for certain. And let's see if I can find the ABV on this bugger. 6.1% ABV. So I'm going to start with that.
Mm-hmm.
And if I make it so far, I have the Old Fezziwig.
Sam Adams.
Taking in Sam Adams, Old Fezziwig, rich and spice.
So I did the Sam Adams Winter Ale last week that I've been touting, and I have some Mad Elf in the fridge, but I'm saving that for our week before Christmas episode. Tonight I went a little different because I am not handling the cold weather very well anymore. So I am drinking a hot chocolate with a I want to say a generous splash of banana pudding moonshine. So it's like chocolate and bananas. It's warming my soul in two different ways. All right, let's play a song.
This week in film history with Mike. This week in film history with Mike.
1955 Black Ealing comedy crime film The Lady Killers, directed by Alexander McIndrick, starring Alec Guinness, is released in the UK.
All right, so the Coen brothers made a remake of this starring Tom Hanks.
Hey, and we're doing a remake episode.
Yeah, I know. I do have to say, if you're going to watch the original Lady Killers or the Tom Hanks Coen brothers Lady Killers, watch the original one with Alec Guinness. Much better film.
Wow. Okay, 1956, Alice Day's comeback film from Ingrid Bergman is released in the U.S. Role wins Bergman Academy Award for Best Actress.
I think this is about the Russian princess, right?
I would assume, yes.
Anastasia
of the Romanov family.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, I don't know that one too well, but I know the next one.
1962, David Lean's film Lawrence of Arabia, based on the life of T.E. Lawrence and starring Peter O'Toole, premieres in the Leicester Square. Academy Award Best Picture, 1963.
I think it's ironic that the film is 4 hours long, but is directed by a man named Lean.
Well,
yeah, I know about this next one.
1965, A Charlie Brown Christmas, the first Peanuts animated special to premiere on CBS in the U.S.
Yes. In case you're wondering, we did a whole episode about that last week.
Actually, this week. Oh, yeah, last week. Yeah.
No, last week.
It dropped this week.
Yeah.
It dropped Tuesday. Yeah.
The last episode. Get me all confused.
Yes.
1966, A Man for All Seasons, based on the play by Robert Bolt, directed by Fred Wiedemann, and starring Paul Schofield, premieres in New York. Best Picture, 1967.
Very good movie. One that I was forced to watch in high school because I went to a Catholic school. It was a good movie.
1967, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, directed by Stanley Kramer and starring Spencer Tracy, Sidney Poitier, and Katharine Hepburn, premieres in New York City. Hepburn wins Academy Award for Best Actress in 1968.
Now, if you're going to watch, go ahead. What are you going to say?
It's going to do the same thing. Go
You're going to do the same joke? You do it. Go ahead. I did the first one.
Now, if you're going to watch Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and it's the choice between the one with Sidney Poitier and Katharine Hepburn, or the one with not Stifler,
Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher.
Bernie Mac and Ashton Kutcher. Watch the one with Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, definitely watch the one with Sidney Poitier and Spencer Tracy, and not the one with Kutcher. And I like Bernie Mac. Can't stand Ashton Kutcher.
1971.
Here you go.
1971, Lucasfilm Ltd. is founded as a film and television production company by George Lucas in San Francisco, California.
Yes.
This one's for you, Kev. 1968, Superman the movie, directed by Richard Donner and starring Christopher Reeves, Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman, and Margot Kidder, premieres at the Uptown Theater in Washington, D.C.
World peace was achieved.
Mm-hmm.
And we learned that you could turn back time by turning the Earth in a
Just
different
turning
direction.
the earth, just spin the earth backwards.
If you spin the Earth backwards, it doesn't cause catastrophic environmental damage to the planet. It just resets everything.
That's right. You get sunrises in the west and sunsets in the east.
Next movie's a good one.
Strange one for a Christmas time, you think?
Yeah, I know.
1978, The Deer Hunter, directed by Michael Cimino,
Yeah.
is starring Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, and Meryl Streep. Premieres in Los Angeles, Academy Award Best Picture, 1979.
Feel good
Also-
family movie.
Yeah. It's also Best Supporting Actor for Christopher Walken. In that film. Very disturbing movie. And yeah, like you said, Mike, it's weird that it came out at Christmas time, but in the 70s, it was like different. Like it wasn't like how it is now where it's like, oh, these are Christmas movies and these are summer blockbusters and these are movies we dump in February because nobody's going to see them. In the 70s, it was just like, we finished filming, let's release it.
Did this have Dennis Hopper in it as well?
Not The Deer Hunter. Deer Hunter it was De Niro, Walken, John Cazale, who played Fredo in Godfather. He was in it. Meryl Streep, and I don't think Dennis Hopper was in it. I don't remember him being in it. But yeah, not a very upbeat movie for like the next one.
Yeah, the next was a nice family-oriented Christmas movie in 1982. Sophie's Choice, directed by Alan J. Pakula, based on the William Steighton's 1979 novel of the same name, starring Meryl Streep and Kevin Kline, is released. Academy Award Best Picture, 1983. Meryl Streep likes coming out with these weird movies at Christmas.
Yeah, Meryl Streep won the Best Actress Oscar for that film too. It was her second one.
That dingo ate my baby.
It wasn't the Dingo Ate the Baby movie. No.
Oh, damn.
I'm looking at Deer Hunter now, and Dennis Hopper was not in that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess
it's been a while since I've seen it, so I was like, maybe he was, and I'm just not remembering.
No, I probably got it mixed up with Deliverance or something.
He wasn't in Deliverance either.
Oh, damn.
Deliverance was Burt Reynolds,
Apocalypse Now?
Ned Beatty. Maybe he was in Apocalypse Now. I don't know. He was definitely. I would assume Dennis Hopper had to be in a Vietnam War film or World War II or something at some point. So I'll have to figure it out. Speaking of Meryl Streep.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Meryl Streep run here. 1985's Out of Africa, based on the book by Isaac Dinesen, directed by Sidney Pollack, and starring Meryl Streep and Robert Redford. Premieres in Los Angeles. Best Picture, 1986.
That dingo ate my baby.
Not that one either.
This is also not the Dingo Ate My Baby movie.
She knows how to pick some Academy Award-winning films, doesn't she?
She picks them, and they all get released in Christmas time for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm looking up the Oscars for that film because I know it beat out. Oh yeah, so here are the nominees for Best Picture at the 1986 Oscars, because I know it was like a really stacked year, and the fact that this one won kind of surprised a lot of people. So it was, your winner was Out of Africa, and it beat The Color Purple, Pritzi's Honor, Kiss of the Spider Woman, and Witness.
Oh, I like Witness.
Yeah, should have been either Witness or Color Purple that year, I think.
Yeah.
But that was Spielberg's first like big year of directing a drama, and he lost the directing Oscar to Sidney Pollack. So it was like one of those weird years.
Yeah, this is one of those academies, more of their artistic, pick.
Yeah, it's a really like boring movie. Next one.
1987, Wall Street, film directed by Oliver Stone and starring Michael Douglas and Charlie
Street. Although I think Meryl Streep could play the part.
I think she could too.
This is
my wallet.
This is Best Actor Oscar for Michael Douglas for Greed, for lack of a better word. It's good. I think the next one was Meryl Streep too.
No. He just played her in Tootsie.
Yeah.
1988, Rayman, directed by Barry Levinson and starring Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise. Premieres in New York. Best Picture, 1989.
Best Actor, Dustin Hoffman. What could have been, considering Tom Cruise originally was supposed to play the Dustin Hoffman role. They were supposed to be switched.
I think it would have been a bomb if it was backwards.
It would have been weird. It'd been really
Yeah.
weird. There are movies where Tom Cruise actually acts and he's very good in it, like Born on the 4th of July and Magnolia and Jerry Maguire, but I can't see him playing that role in Rain Man.
It's like Ben Stiller when he was the actor playing that role.
I think about you in my head movies. I'm not a smart man. Here we go full retard. I would like to actually see that movie. People Jack.
All right, moving on.
Moving on. Oh, and Tom Cruise was in Tropic Thunder. All right, next one.
1989, Driving Miss Daisy, directed by Bruce Ford and starring Morgan Freeman and Jessica Tandy, is released. Best Picture 1990.
You know what it beat in 1989 for Best Picture? Field of Dreams and Dead Poet Society. Both were 1989. Oh, here. Meryl Streep.
Here's another Meryl Streep movie. 1991, Hook, a swashbuckling film sequel to the Peter Pan story, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman. Jesus Christ. Dustin Hoffman premieres. Yes.
Can you imagine if Dennis Hopper played the Hook character? It would be very psychotic. Be walking around with an oxygen tank like he does in Blue Velvet. Just...
What do you do, hot shot?
Next one, Sarah.
1993, Philadelphia, one of the first mainstream films about AIDS, directed by Jonathan Demme, and starring Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington, premieres in the Century City, California.
Where does this take place again?
Camden. Camden.
Okay.
Yeah, Philadelphia. Yeah. Tom Hanks wins his first of 2 consecutive Oscars for Philadelphia. Also, a really good Denzel Washington performance too. I really like him in that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. Not another one. Another one that released at Christmas time. That's not a very fun film.
No.
2001, A Beautiful Mind, based on the bio by Sylvia Nazar, directed by Ron Howard and starring Russell Crowe, premieres in Los Angeles. Best Picture 2002.
Best Director for Ron Howard. Okay movie.
Yeah,
I think it's an okay movie. I think it was really popular at the time, but didn't really like hold up well.
No. That's where Jennifer Connelly met her husband, though, right? Paul Bettany.
Yeah, Paul Bettany, because Paul Bettany plays the was the character that he's like he sees but's not really there.
Right.
Yeah, she won an Oscar for that too. She won Best Supporting Actress. Next one, sir.
2002, Star Trek Nemesis, film directed by Stuart Bard and starring Patrick Stewart and Jonathan Frakes, premieres.
Last film for the Next Gen crew.
Yeah.
Not a lot of happy films so far, Mike. I'm taking account of this. Let's see.
Yeah.
So we had
it gets worse. It keeps getting
we had
worse.
The Lady Killers, Lawrence of Arabia. We had Charlie Christmas. Okay. Man for All Seasons. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Superman. That's a good one. Deer Hunter. Sophie's Choice. Oh, Out of Africa. Wall Street. Green Man.
Hook.
Go ahead.
Okay. So as I said, it gets worse as we go down. 2005, Brokeback Mountain, film released, directed by Ang Lee, starring Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal, based on a story by Annie Prolix.
Ang Lee won Best Director, even though this film did not win Best Picture that year. Really good movie, but again, another like really sad one.
Yeah.
And we keep getting worse as we go down. Also in 2005, Viacom Paramount Pictures division agrees to pay $1.6 billion for DreamWorks SKG, the Hollywood studios founded by Steven Spielberg, Jeffrey Katzenberg, and David Geffen.
Wow. $1.6 billion.
And now they're in another bidding war.
Yep. Is it this is the one with Warner Brothers and Netflix and all that?
With Netflix,
Yeah.
Warner Brothers, and Paramount, yeah.
Here's a very uplifting ending.
Yeah, this one's kind of, except that everybody dies at the end, but otherwise, yeah.
2016, Rogue One, first of the Star Wars anthology films, directed by Garth Edwards and starring Felicity Jones, premieres in Los Angeles.
Spoiler alert.
Everyone
Everybody
dies.
dies.
Are these the Bothans that they told us about? And
No.
I know wait, that's
No, because the
Return.
Bothans were the second Death Star.
Here's the second version.
Mm.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. 2017, Star Wars The Last Jedi, directed by Rian Johnson, starring Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Daisy Ridley, John Boyega,
But yeah,
and Adam Driver, premieres in Los Angeles, because this was a
yeah, nobody had a problem with this film. Let's just move on.
Let's move on to beer news.
Everybody loved that film. There was no divisiveness about it. Everybody thought the green milk that Mark Hamill drinks out of the monster's tit was fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Nobody had a problem with him throwing a lightsaber in the water.
And everybody loved the side quest.
Everybody loved the side quest in the casino planet that went nowhere.
Yes.
Everybody loved Luke dying from being tired. I did enjoy the lightsaber battle in the throne room of Snoke, though, with Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. Like, that's a really cool scene.
And I thought the going to light speed through the First Orders, and everybody thinks the audio cut out in the theater. It's like, what happened?
That was one of the coolest things I saw in the theater in a long time. And that was so amazing to see in the theater. I think it actually clouded my judgment about the film, because I walked out of it going, wow, that was pretty good. It was a different kind of Star Wars film, and like you had this and that special effect was amazing. And then I watched it a few more times, and I'm like, well, yeah, I could see where some people had a problem with this.
What's his name? Acting was awesome. I thought he did well. It's
Benicio del Toro. Yeah.
I thought he
as
was
a character that ultimately had no.
It was just there.
Yeah, he was just kind of there. You never see him again. Yeah, it was weird. All right, let's move on to some beer news.
Kevin's here. He's here for beer. He's got news. It's beer news with Kevin.
Gentlemen, when we think of the holidays, we often think of leaving cookies out for Santa, and we all know that Santa's lactose intolerant, so we don't truly want to leave any milk for him, but we wouldn't mind Santa getting a beer,
Is this what your son's going to be taught when he starts learning about Santa Claus?
Absolutely.
I think you forgot he's not only lactose intolerant, he's also diabetic, so we should
Well, this next part's not going to help with the diabetic part, but it will help with the lactose intolerance. Ultimate Beer Gifts, Guinness, and Last Crumb Cookie Collection. For those of you who still in the hunt for the ultimate beer gift, we've got the ultimate answer, especially if you enjoy a fresh pint of Guinness paired with the best artisan cookies on the planet. 'Tis the season to be pairing Guinness and cookies. And this year, the iconic brewery has joined forces with cult favorite bakery Last Crumb for a limited edition cookie collection that's meant to be shared with the people who matter most, uniting beer lovers and cookie connoisseurs for their most wonderful pint of the year. To help celebrate the most wonderful time of the year, Guinness has partnered with Last Crumb on what is most certainly the ultimate beer gift. Don't know about Last Crumb? You need to, especially as we coast into the winter holidays. LA-born and now proudly New York-based, Last Crumb is a cult favorite luxury cookie brand that launched in 2021 with weekly limited edition drops and an unapologetically bold approach to flavor and quality. Each cookie is crafted through a meticulous 3-day process. Wow, that's a long time to make a cookie. Using only the finest ingredients and a no shortcuts philosophy rooted in Michelin level precision. Ooh, just like the tires. And Guinness, need we explain? The Guinness brand was established in 1759 when Arthur Guinness signed a 9,000-year lease on St. James Gate Brewery in Dublin, brewed using 4 main ingredients: water, barley, malted and roasted, hops, and yeast. Guinness is the world's most popular stout. The iconic beer is brewed in 49 countries worldwide and sold in over 150, with almost 9 million glasses of Guinness enjoyed every day around the world. So yeah, this ultimate beer is pure pairing heaven. Packaged in a beautifully designed holiday cookie tin, the collection features 6 cookies, 3 baked with the signature flavors of Guinness, and 3 last crumb classics crafted to perfectly pair with your pint. Every flavor was chosen to bring out the best in the iconic stout, from rich toffee to nostalgic sticky pudding to playful milkshake, banana cream, peanut butter, and birthday cake. So here's what you get in the package. First, you get the Guinness flavored cookies. You got a pub cookie, which is a Guinness chocolate chip creation combining roasted flavors of Guinness Draught with buttery toffee and dark chocolate. Next, we have a twist and stout. One of the most beloved Irish pub traditions is adding fruit syrup, usually black currant, to a pint of beer, to a pint for sweetened twist. The Guinness raspberry cocoa milkshake cookie tastes that same twist, blending the flavors of silky smooth stout with tart, juicy fruit to create pure magic. And the last Guinness one is Not Your Nan's. A Guinness sticky toffee pudding cookie takes notes of nostalgic toffee bliss and classic pudding and pairs it with a deep Guinness draught. Serve it warm, add vanilla ice cream, and drizzle on the butterscotch and thank us later. And then we have the 3 classics from Last Crumb, which is a barrel roll, a banana cream pie masterpiece that captures chaotic ingenuity through velvety layered flavors of banana, white chocolate, and cream. We have a peanut butter Guinness time. Peanut butter Guinness time, peanut butter Guinness time. Roasted barley and Guinness gives off gentle nuttiness that finds its match in this peanut butter cookie.
It's
A
a
rich
bit
holiday
nutty.
ready combination. It tastes a bit nutty.
It's a bit nutty.
Layers, chocolatey notes, and roasted warm into perfect harmony. And the last is a midnight snack, which is a soft, buttery, and sweet birthday cake cookie with that leans nostalgic. So Guinness steps in. The stout roasted bitterness cuts through the sugar, resets the palate, and keeps the moment going bite after bite. So there's a link in the article that I just read, which you can click on to receive this. Oh, in addition to that, you get the colorful cookie collection also comes with 2 signature Guinness pint glasses. And if you're interested, you can go to a link and order this thing, which I'm sure Leo will post in the thing.
Yeah, I'll put it on the show notes when I upload it tomorrow.
So there you go. That's a
There you
nice
go.
Christmas gift for Santa.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking at it. Yeah, the box has all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
find it here. Gift box, $120 for the gift box. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Considering what you got in there. Yeah, nice.
Okay, next bit of news is coming from out of Buffalo, New York. CNY Brewery makes new Blizzard beer with snow from Buffalo Bills Stadium. Central New York Brewery is helping toast to the final season of the Buffalo Bills' current stadium. The football team and Bud Light announced a special limited edition Blizzard brew Thursday. It's made with Bud Light. Never mind. We can just drop the article. We don't know. Fine, I'll continue.
I
beer is made.
want to know if it's clean snow that they're using. That's all I care
The
about.
beer is made with snow from Highmark Stadium to celebrate the great lengths Bills fans will go when the winter storm buries the region. This season is the last for the Bills at the original Highmark Stadium, and NFL fans around the world have become very familiar with one of the venue's most iconic traditions, Bills Mafia shoveling it out, following an overload of snow before an upcoming home game. Bud Light and the Bills are teaming up to celebrate and thank fans whose passion and traditions, like the shovelers, make the community special. The snow was collected from the first snowfall at Highmark Stadium earlier this season and transported in dirty Anheuser-Busch Brewery trucks. I'm just kidding. And transported in Anheuser-Busch Brewery.
I guess if you used the yellow snow, you wouldn't really know the difference anyway, since it's Bud.
That's right. Baldwinville, the company said, the snow was then integrated into the brewing process to create a limited edition brew that will include a custom 16-ounce can and packaging available for $14 at Highmark State. No, I'm just kidding. The Blizzard Brew will be available at participating retailers in the Buffalo area. Probably not, but it's not in the article, so I can't say. And wherever Buffalo Bills Mafia enjoys their final regular season home game, Budweiser said. Specific locations were not announced. Bills legend and Andre Reed, who played 15 seasons for Buffalo, will appear at the Highmark Stadium's final regular season home game to help commemorate the stadium and Bills Mafia with the Blizzard Brew. The Bills' Week 18 game is against the New York Jets and could also be the final overall game for the former Rich Stadium, depending on how the playoff picture shakes out over the next few weeks. I don't know if you guys have a feeling one way or another about that.
I mean,
Buffalo's going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, we play Buffalo the week before last, so
How'd we do? Can you remind me?
We already lost that game.
Oh, sorry.
Hasn't happened yet, but
the Bills are expected to kick off next season in the new stadium in Orchard Park. Anything else worth talking about? Nah, that's all I want to say.
All right. I'm going to move on then.
Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates with Leo. Movie updates Leo.
I'm going to go a little backwards here from what I have on the show notes. I have one thing that I don't have on there. This happened, I think, within the last couple of days. Legendary Asian actor Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa passed away at age 75. He's probably best known for playing Shang Tsung in the 1995 Mortal Kombat film. But he has over 175 credits to his name. And his very first film role, which I thought was interesting, his first feature film role was an uncredited appearance in Big Trouble in Little China. So that just happened actually in the last couple days. I have some December movie news here. This was from an article I read on TikTok. James Cameron said if Avatar Fire and Ash is a flop, it'll be the last Avatar film he does.
Promises.
I've been in Avatar land for 20 years. If this is where it ends, I'm cool with that, he says. The Odyssey, the new movie from Christopher Nolan, will have a 5-minute and 47-second long prologue attached to IMAX screenings of Sinners, as well as Avatar Fire and Ash. Zootopia 2 is tracking to reach $520 million after its opening weekend. Like, that's its opening weekend gross, $520 million. That's crazy. This is the biggest opening for an animated film ever. Have either of you watched part 1 of Stranger Things season 5 yet?
Not yet.
Katie and I just watched it. It was 4 episodes. It was pretty good so far. It's actually a little better than last season was.
Like 4 episodes, like 5 hours long.
So they're like 2 hours.
Yeah, they're each an hour, except for the last one was an hour and a half. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like a short movie. The Duffer Brothers say, though, that Stranger Things season 5, volume 2 is going to finally explain what the Upside Down truly is. And if you haven't seen it, the first teaser trailer for Supergirl was released this week. I saw it today. It actually
watched today
it's
too.
pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a Creed spinoff film about Adonis Creed's daughter. So that'll be the second spinoff from the Rocky franchise.
Like we need that.
And James Gunn's day as DC Studios co-CEO. The majority of days currently are spent prepping for Man of Tomorrow, storyboarding, department meetings, scouting, casting, and going over cuts of Supergirl and the Lanterns TV series that'll be premiering on HBO, and going over scripts and supporting the Batman 2 crew, and also all these other projects that he has going. So I'm really hoping this kind of works out because it seems like he's putting a lot of effort into that DC universe. And the last thing I have here are a list of the 2027 movie releases. I thought this was interesting because 2027 is the year of sequels out the ass. Here are the films slated for 2027. The first one is not a sequel. It's The Legend of Zelda, live action film. Sonic 4, Shrek 5, Frozen 3, Ice Age 6, A Quiet Place 3, The Man of Tomorrow, which is the Superman sequel, Batman Part 2, Avengers Secret Wars, Beyond the Spider-Verse, and lastly, Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum.
What's your book name that?
Yeah, there's not even a book. That's just a studio cash grab. The Hunt for Gollum. Like, what time period are we hunting him in? Because
We have Andy Serkis back.
yeah, like what period are we hunting him in? Because we already did The Hobbit and we already did The Lord of the Rings, and those are like the major stories that he's involved in. So anyway, that was the movie news for this week. Mike, you have a must-try craft or beer destination for us?
I do. I have another. We're keeping with the Christmas holiday beers for this must-tries. We have Southern Tier 2 Xmas. Style is a spiced winter ale, 8% by volume. Brewery is Southern Tier Brewing Company. It pours a deep ruby amber with garnet highlights. When held to the light, a creamy off-white head forms quickly, leaving light lacing as it recedes. It looks dense and festive, like something you drink by the fire, even if you're serving it chilled. The aroma, the nose hits immediately with holiday spice, intensity, cinnamon, and clove up front, followed by ginger root and sweet figs. Orange peel adds a bright citrus lift. Underneath the spice swirl is a warm mulled wine character, exactly what the beer is designed to emulate. The flavor is bold and unapologetically spiced. Sweet figs and mulling spices dominate the first sip. Cardamom and clove build a warming, almost liqueur-like mild palate. Orange peel provides contrast, bringing a zesty, slightly bitter edge that keeps the sweetness in check. The malt base is supportive, but does not try to compete with the spice. It's more like a sturdy stage for the holiday flavors to perform on. The finish is a long, warming, and spice-forward cinnamon and ginger, remaining on the palate, fading into a figgy sweetness with a touch of citrus bitterness. Overall, Southern Style 2 Xmas is a celebration of holiday excess, tasting very much like mulled wine, bursting with spice and seasonal flair. It is not subtle, and it's not trying to be. If you enjoy spiced ales or want festive beers that particularly radiates December, this is a standout seasonal offering. Best served chilled despite its mulled wine soul.
I don't know, man. That one sounds like there's a lot going on.
I've had that one. It's good. It's pretty good.
It is? Yeah. I mean, I'm not big on fig and clove, but everything else sounded pretty good in it.
Now bring us some figgy pudding.
Bring us some figgy pudding. Bring us some figgy pudding. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with our main segment.
There you go.
Hey, movie lovers. This is Leo.
Mike.
And Kevin from Films and Fermentation.
If you love comedy, movies, and a good drink in hand, then you need to check out the Podnation Media Network.
It's home to a variety of amazing podcasts covering everything from pulp culture to history, and of course, movies like ours.
And the best part, Podnation Media Network is featured on Roku, so you can stream your favorite podcasts anytime.
Alongside Films and Fermentation, you'll find other fantastic shows like the KJ&A podcast, The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, Real Sharks, and so many more.
So grab a drink, press play, and join the fun with Podnation Media Network.
Because everything's better with a little comedy, movies, and booze.
Learn more by going to linktree.com/podnationpods. Thank you for hanging out with us during that quick break. We heard some words from our network, the Podnation Media Network. I have another drink here because I finished my hot chocolate, so I made more hot chocolate with a slightly less generous helping of the banana pudding moonshine.
Kevin chugged his beer while you were away. I caught him.
So I am now working on my Sam Adams Old Fezziwig, and I shall be enjoying that.
I'm still working on my chocolate peppermint stout because this is definitely a Kevin beer and not a me beer. So
it's also 9.2. You said, right?
Yeah,
that'll kick your ass.
You should be nursing that.
All right, so for tonight's main segment, we are looking at Christmas classics versus their remakes. We are not doing any Scrooge films for this. There are a million adaptations of Christmas Carol. And if you'd like to hear our take on some of them, we did a Scrooge episode a couple seasons ago for Christmas. And we're not doing any Christmas horror films for this list either, because of the three of us, I'm probably the only one who has watched most of the Christmas horror films. So tonight we're just looking at, straight up like family Christmas classics and their remakes. Last night I was watching White Christmas. I always watch it this time of year. And I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it had started playing Miracle on 34th Street right after that. So I fell asleep to White Christmas and woke up to the original 1947 Miracle on 34th Street.
Nice.
So that is the first one on our list. Miracle on 34th Street, 1947 versus Miracle on 34th Street, 1994 version. And I got a little movie poster comparison here for us. Got Maureen O'Hara, John Payne in the original. We got oh my god, what was his name? Richard Attenborough, who was in the remake with the actress who played Matilda.
And Elizabeth Perkins.
And
Dylan. Was it Dylan McDermott? No.
Yeah.
Was it Dylan McDermott?
Was it Dylan? I think you're right. I can't.
Yes, Dylan McDermott.
Dylan McDermott. Yeah, I get him and Dermot Mulroney mixed up.
That's it. Yes.
Two different actors with the same
with the same Dermots. They got Dermot.
Well, that Dermot shit.
That original Miracle was flagged because a divorced woman.
Dun, dun. Bum, bum, bum. In 1947, my word, what a scandal.
And she was a working woman.
Oh my god!
And she was taking care of a child on her own.
Next thing you'll tell me she was wearing pants.
No,
it's a film about a lawyer and little girl who try to prove that a man claiming to be Santa Claus really is Santa Claus. Mike, what are you saying?
No, I think she wore skirts in that movie. No pants.
No pants. She just walked around commando. I'm looking at the new one right now. You got Richard Attenborough, Elizabeth Perkins, Dylan McDermott, J.T. Walsh, James Remar, Jan Leibs. Robert Prosky was the judge. Mara Wilson, who played the little girl. It's like a who's who in 90s actors. Allison Janney.
Yeah, it was.
I like the new version.
Okay.
I didn't think there was too much wrong with it, compared to like some remakes. Like when the original one
changed a lot,
I think they focused a lot on the framing them as being crazy.
Yeah,
the original, but other than that,
I think because it's the 90s, it made more sense to try to frame them as crazy.
Yeah.
Additionally, it wasn't an employee within Macy's that was calling them crazy and getting them committed. It was this evil opposition to Macy's. I know it was a made up department store, but that's who it was. That was the one
Yeah.
that was trying to frame them.
I think
Yeah.
the ending was a little different for the two, weren't
Yeah,
they?
the ending for the new one was "In God We Trust" for the dollar bill,
Yeah.
and the ending for the original was the U.S. Postal Service delivering all the Santa Claus letters.
Yeah.
Which I think makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Than the dollar bill one,
I agree.
because it dealt with a government agency recognizing, Kris Kringle as Santa, as opposed to, oh well, if we believe in God, then we can believe in Santa, and
Yeah, it's a weird like philosophical ending to tack on to a family film. I mean, it made more sense to update it in the 90s to make him a guy who might be crazy, but yeah, the ending I thought could have just kept the same ending with the letters to Santa. I mean, the post office was still a thing in 1994. Kev, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you not?
Oh, sorry. You froze a little bit for a second there.
Oh, well, I'm looking at the Miracle on 34th Street from '94. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They have a picture of John Hughes. What was his role?
Yeah, I saw his name. He is one of the writers.
Oh, okay.
It was directed by Les Mayfield, written by Valentine Davies, George Seaton, and John Hughes. I think because he was one of the writers who helped adapt the original screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of the other writers were from the original screenplay or not. Because usually there's a credit based on characters by sort of thing. Yeah, he was one of the writers. So writers are here it is. Story based on the story by Valentine Davies, who wrote the original screenplay. George Seaton wrote the original screenplay as well. George Seaton and John Hughes worked on the remake screenplays. George Seaton had a hand in both screenplays.
Okay,
it's amazing because that was 50 years apart from each other.
Yeah.
Guy was still writing. That's pretty cool. So I mean, I think all three of us said we prefer the original.
Yeah, I prefer. Yeah. I like how the Santa Claus in that one, Kris Kringle, befriends the kid that's playing, who plays Santa Claus for the kids, and the psychiatrist guys that makes you weird, and that whole story plot is framing him thing, and I definitely like the postal service
ending. Yeah, I will say of the remake, I enjoyed that they adapted, instead of him knowing a different language like Dutch, he knew sign language, which was
that's a really cool scene.
That was a good scene.
I will say this with the new one, the newer version, I really liked Richard Attenborough as Santa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he was really good. He's coming off Jurassic Park the year before that, so it's like. He goes from playing Hammond to playing Kris Kringle.
What was the gift? I know Natalie Wood had asked for a house, and at the end she gets the model house or whatever it was, and that was the gift that he had provided. What was the one in the remake? Was it the family? She wanted a brother, or
I think she wanted the house, and
I think it was the house as well.
I don't think they find a house in the second one. I
believe they do. They do. They go driving.
Yeah, I think it was the house.
But there was also something. She also at the end goes, "I also asked for a little brother."
Oh wow.
Okay.
And then that McDermott's like,
they weren't doing that in the original. She was a divorced working woman.
Yeah,
it was already scandalous.
She was not doing anything with somebody that without like no.
Yeah, I mean, she was still wearing skirts at least. At least she was modest. So the next one I thought was weird that this is considered a remake. Holiday Inn 1942, which stars Bing Crosby, versus White Christmas 1954, which stars Bing Crosby.
Remake?
So it's like a very loose remake because Holiday Inn and White Christmas both use White Christmas as the main song.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, and Holiday Inn is a Christmas film about like a show being put on at a hotel at like Christmas time and stuff.
They do a different show for each holiday.
each holiday, each season. It's like
There's a couple shows they really shouldn't be doing.
yeah, I was gonna say it's not a movie that holds up well when you have the minstrel show in the middle of the of the movie with replete with blackface.
Yeah.
The same thing with White Christmas. They have that whole show in the middle with
With the albinos.
the theater. The
I
theater.
almost lost my hot chocolate. The albinos.
Jesus Christ.
I'm a unitard.
I almost lost my hot chocolate.
Come to chew bubblegum and kick ass.
Oh God.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Liar! Liar! Liar!
Oh.
I would have liked it though if there were albinos. That would have been cool. It would have blended in with the White Christmas. All you can see was the pinks at her eyes.
Well, now that is some fucked up shit.
Good night, folks. This is our last episode. I'm going to have the albino community protesting outside my house tomorrow.
Oh, hopefully it snows.
No, he's in there camouflaged. If we have any albino listeners out there, we apologize. We only mean this in jest. We love you, translucent bastard. Evan's Irish. He's practically albino himself.
It's true.
So I'm going White Christmas on this one.
Yeah.
White Christmas too.
I'm going White Christmas just because I love the albino show in the middle of it. Yeah. Katie hates watching White Christmas with me because I sing every song. And I don't know why, but the song that I get the biggest kick out of is "What do you do to the general when he stops being a general?" I was like,
I thought it was like sisters.
Sisters. There were never voted sisters.
I don't think I could sing any of that Danny Kaye shit. Where he's doing all the modern dance.
Oh yeah, that's a crazy one. That's one of those numbers in the middle.
That's
I like the one he does with
the theater. The
theater. No, I like the one he does. Dancing soon becomes romancing, and they do this whole like dance when he first meets one of the sisters. Yeah. Holiday Inn is a problematic film, so we're gonna move on. Next one is The Grinch from 1967. Hold on, I got a movie poster for this one. The Grinch from 1967 with the voice of Boris Karloff. Jim Carrey in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, directed by Ron Howard from the year 2000. And Illumination Studios, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch from 2018, where the Grinch is voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch. Now, I have not seen the one with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Neither have I.
I have seen like clips of the movie, and he makes a very interesting choice for the voice of the Grinch. But I have seen the original animated one, and I have seen the Jim Carrey one. I saw the Jim Carrey one in the theater.
Did you?
Yeah, that was a long movie experience.
That was Ron
Howard.
Ron Howard. Yeah.
It was a 2.5 hour movie. It was a long movie experience.
It was long, yeah.
Very long, and Jim Carrey's entertaining in it. I don't know if that movie needed to be made.
Not that long.
Not that long. I mean, when you're basing it on a children's book that's about 20 pages and an animated series that's like 22 minutes long, and giving him this weird, tragic backstory.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
And a lot of like sexual innuendo, where the one played by Christine Baranski kind of for some reason she digs furry green guys.
Well, I will say something good we got out of this one was Taylor Momsen who is the lead singer of the Pretty
as the lead
Reckless.
singer of Pretty Reckless. She actually did a concert recently where she came out and sang the Christmas song that she sings in The Grinch
Oh yeah.
with the Pretty Reckless band. So they did like kind of like a rock version of it. It was actually pretty good. You can check that out on YouTube. It was pretty good.
I will have to look that up.
Yeah, and it's like a little updated like rock version of it. I mean, it's hard to say anything bad about the original.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about the original. I love the Boris Karloff cartoon. I have to actually.
That's the only
watch
time I was trying to remember. I was talking to Megan the other day. It's like, if you watch The Grinch, you forget that it's Boris Karloff narrating and everything else. And if you watch Frankenstein, he's got no words, So I was like, I don't know if he actually had any speaking lines in The Mummy, because he was also in The Mummy, wasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think he had speaking lines in that either, because he is the Mummy. Yeah. I don't know any movies from him with speaking lines. He was in the only thing I ever saw him in.
Lace, but that was the original theatrical thing.
He was in there was a TV movie version of Arsenic. Remember I said the first time I watched it, I watched the wrong one.
Right.
It wasn't the one that you love. It was the one with the Tony Randall played the main character, and Boris Karloff played the character who looked like Boris Karloff.
Oh, he played Johnny.
So it was funny because when they said he looks like Boris Karloff, it actually is Boris Karloff. But that's the only time I ever heard him really speak on film. So yeah, it's weird that he's the narrator of The Grinch, because he has a really great voice for narration. It's funny,
deep and balmy.
Yeah, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Well, he doesn't sing though.
He doesn't sing the song, and he doesn't voice the Grinch either, I think. But but his heart did grow 3 sizes that day. So I'm going original Grinch on this one.
Same here.
I have to watch the new one just because I'm curious about it, but I don't know if it'll hold up anyway. So
yeah,
that movie kind of came and went. The 2018 one. All right. I'm going to defer number 4 to you guys because I have not seen either film.
I have seen both, even despite my Nicolas Cage hatred.
I have not seen It's a Wonderful Life. And I did not watch Family Man because I heard that it's sort of a remake of It's a Wonderful Life. And I'm like, well, that's kind of a proxy, then I can't watch it.
I respectfully disagree with that analysis. I think Family Man, it's not. Well, I mean, here everybody knows It's a Wonderful Life is essentially first half. You analyze Jimmy Stewart. Why can't I think of his name? George Bailey's life. Right? He's in trouble and he's about to do something stupid, and the angel gets a recap as to his life and all the struggles that he went through. Right? And then the second, I wouldn't even say half. I'd say that the last quarter of it is the angel showing him what his life meant to others, and that he goes through it and he understands what he loses, even though the first half of his life was pretty hard. He understands what he loses with the second half. Now, Family Man has a slight tinge of that, where it's just about, instead of getting on a plane and going on this business trip or internship, he stays with the girl that he had been with, and what would his life have been there. And essentially, why can't I think of his name? Who played War Machine in the Marvel Universe?
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle is a angel of some sort who gives Nicolas Cage's character, who is a president or vice president of a company who's living a really high priced single life, loving life. He gives him a glimpse of what his life would have been if he didn't get on the plane, if he didn't go to this business trip, if he had stayed with the girl. And essentially he lives a year of that life, of what he is, and getting used to it and finding, what he really does like about it and what he doesn't like. And there are parts where he's trying to get back to the life that he had. And then there are parts where he's really accepting the life that's being given to him, the glimpse that it is, and it goes in that direction. So it's tough for me because I really like both of these movies.
Plus, the Family Man has prime Téa Leoni in it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I
have to say, like,
but I think I like It's a Wonderful Life better between the two.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since I've only seen A Wonderful Life, because
I
after Wonderful Life, I try to avoid anything that has to do with A Wonderful Life because everybody does a version of it. It's like, God, I'm tired of seeing it.
I know. I was gonna say one of the best adaptations of It's a Wonderful Life is The Simpsons.
I saw a post recently where it was somebody was describing It's a Wonderful Life, and they're like, the beauty of It's a Wonderful Life is George's life isn't fixed. You know, when everything comes back, all the problems are still there. All the things, all the headaches. He never got to travel. He never got to have the life that he wanted. He still had the issues with a sick daughter. He still had the issues with the bank and everything else. It's like, it's not about getting something that you want or getting something that you lost. It's just about perspective.
Right.
You know, it's really what you have. Exactly. That's what it is. It's like, yeah, you have all these problems, but look what you have that you're not realizing that you have, you know? And that's, and I was like, yeah, I never thought about, you know, that's the benefit. That's the point of the movie.
No, the point of the movie is to get the goddamn angel's wings.
What's the angel's name?
Clarence.
That's why the demon in Supernatural always called
Castiel Clarence. Yeah. So majority of these I got from a site when I was like researching this. So this wasn't like my idea that these were remakes of each other. This was from I want to say it was from like Collider or one of those sites that I got this list. Except for the last one on the list, I kind of threw this one on as like a joke because they are very similar films, even though they're not remakes of each other, and they came out within 2 years of each other, which makes me laugh too. The first one is a movie that we watched together and reviewed together the same day. Fat Man, starring Mel Gibson, which came out in 2020, which was a bizarre movie.
Yeah, think.
Yeah, very bizarre movie. And then the other one that came out in 2022 is Violent Night, starring was the actor David Harbour, who plays Hopper in Stranger Things, playing a Santa Claus who used to be a Viking. But kind of like forgot about his roots until he's forced to use his battle, you know, strength against these bad guys. They're both really like over the top, bizarre. Let's find a way to turn Santa Claus into action hero movies. They're not really remakes of each other. I just thought it was kind of funny because they came out within 2 years of each other. I'm like, they are really close to being twin films. So that's a subject we got to return to at some point. Twin films.
Yeah.
So, Mike, do you have any beer history or trivia for us this evening?
I got some beer history, beer at Christmas time. Let me get it up. Hold on. Here we go. When Americans turn on their TVs during the holidays, they're flooded with ads for kids' toys, dad gadgets, mom jewelry, and those inescapable Lexus commercials. More recently, beer brands like Budweiser, with its famous Clydesdales, have joined the seasonal marketing rush, reflecting how many people now link Christmas with beer. The connection isn't new. Vikings drank ale during their Yule or Jule celebration around December 21st, and beer became a central to Scandinavian winter traditions at Norway's King Haakon the First. Later required every household to brew Jule beer. Skipping it meant fines, and 3 years without brewing could cost a family its land. So you can get in trouble for not brewing any beer.
Must brew beer.
Must brew beer. Kevin, must brew beer.
Must brew beer.
While Christmas beers have changed over time, few promote their holiday roots as strongly as Stella Artois. First brewed a Christmas beer in 1926, Stella was named both for the Christmas star and the Sebastianus Artois, the brewery 18th century brewmaster. The modern idea of Christmas beer, strong, malty, and often spiced, comes largely from British brewing traditions, especially the winter-flavored Burton ales. In the U.S. today, most people still picture Christmas beer as dark, rich, and spiced. I didn't put the list, so we can skip that part.
You don't want to read about the Hanukkah stuff?
Well, I didn't put. There was just a list of different Christmas beers. I just cut that out.
Everybody got that?
So, Kev, you were going to, isn't Sebastianos Nolan's middle name?
Yeah. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Yes, Sebastianos. We have a cinema quote of the week.
I'm sure acting is a deeply neurotic thing to do. Ralph Fiennes.
I think when you're an actor, like a really good actor, has to be a little neurotic.
Mm-hmm.
It has to affect you a little bit playing those roles. How are our drinks this evening, gentlemen? Mike?
Both were good.
Both were good.
Mine's good for what it is. And like I said, it's definitely a Kev beer. But I'll finish.
Mine was pretty good. A little chocolate covered banana with some spike to it. It was pretty good. Next week though, I'm going to be doing some Mad Elf on the next episode. Thank you for joining us tonight for episode 220, Christmas Classics versus their remakes. We hope you enjoyed listening to the podcast as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. Don't forget, you can email us at filmsandfermentation@gmail.com or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation to find all of our social media and podcast links. We look forward to getting emails and comments and stuff from you and reading them on the air as we did last week when we did a little mini mailbag. So please send your comments in. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and download when you can. If you're watching us on YouTube or Rumble or on Podnation, there is a QR code up in the corner that'll bring you to our Spotify download site. So please support us that way as well. And don't forget to stop by the crossroads between Pickled and Fermented next week for our final episode before we take a little break for Christmas and New Year's. Next episode, 221, is titled, Are They Christmas Movies? So taking the age-old Die Hard as a Christmas movie argument and expanding it to look at many other films that take place at Christmas time and trying to decide if they actually are Christmas movies or just movies that happen at Christmas. That should be an interesting episode.
You mean Hallmark movies?
Hallmark movies, yeah. That's the episode Adrian's going to guest on, the Hallmark movie episode.
Are they Christmas movie or are they Hallmark movies? That's our next episode.
Is this a Christmas movie
Yeah, I'm going to have to work on the AI movie music theme song thing for that, I guess. In the meantime, I'm Leo.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Mike.
This has been the Films and Fermentation Podcast. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.